What's up, sports fanatics peeps, and welcome to All Sports Media Presents Triple B 2.0. If you were with us last week, we had our Revamp show. Again, for you who didn't join us, I'll give you a quick recap. I started a sports show about 3.5 years ago, give or take, on a napkin. And from then on, I did about 80 episodes on Spreaker.com / Bats, Balls, and Belts. And I brought in this dude over to my side right here, Gilbert A+ Asensio. I brought him on as my partner, and we did about 30 or so episodes together. And then life happened, and we took a break, and it's been about 2 years-ish until our show last week. We did a revamp, cover all sports. You name a sport, we'll cover it. We'll find something out about it. Craziness this week. We got a group of stories from the MLB, the NFL, NBA, NHL, NCAA football, NCAA basketball. We sadly got some soccer news, bad soccer news. We got boxing news, huge boxing news. And, of course, we got the Undertaker retirement. So we're going to cover all that and then whatever these crazy dudes have brought. So let's go ahead and jump into it. To my side, I got Gilbert A+ Asensio, my partner in crime. What's up, G?
Chillin'.
That's a boy. And then I got my other dude down there. If you've been on our YouTube of All Sports Media, you've seen all his awesome work. Our videographer, photographer. This dude's just a cool guy. George Ochola, what's cracking, brother?
Hey, what's cracking? Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, gentlemen, let's go ahead. I would like to start off with some baseball if we can, because it's close to home. Everything that's the two main stories I want to talk about are close to home, and there's a couple other little things. But the first thing, Dodger Stadium was one of the oldest standing baseball stadiums in all of the MLB. They did a renovation a little while back, nothing too huge. I think they got some box seats at the bottom, and they brought in the seats a little bit, added some concession stands, stuff like that. But when you go to the stadium, it's still pretty traditional, if you ask me. With that said, there are rumors, and I believe it's probably going to happen, especially with them winning the World Series, and they were supposed to have the All-Star game this past year. And imagine if they would have had that. It would have been insane. They got renovations coming. Big renovations. I'm talking a helipad at the LAPD station right there down the street. You know,
Wow.
Right there. Yeah, a helipad for either players or for people who can afford it, and a monorail system.
Wow.
So, well, you think about it, all the traffic that's in that area, all the freeways that are in that area. George, you live in that area, around that area. The traffic's insane around game time,
That's going to be very convenient.
Yeah, go ahead, George.
Yeah. Oh, no, like you said, there is a lot of traffic going to Dodger Stadium. Like, if you go to that Vince Scully Street,
oh, God, yeah.
Packed.
Yeah.
They're packed. Like, so I remember one time I drove down there. So luckily we found this one parking lot over at Elysian Park where I could park at for $5. So that was like actually the last time I've been to Dodger Stadium where I had a drive over there. But a lot of times is like I just get carpooled over there and get dropped off.
Exactly. Well, think about it. If they had a parking spot or parking area where you could just drop your car off a couple bucks or whatnot, jump on the monorail system for a couple bucks, you go straight to the door. I know, say the Petco has that. The Metrolink stops right there. I forgot the train, the L train, I think it is, or in Chicago, goes right to Wrigley. New York, the 6 goes straight to the stadium. Both stadiums, actually, if I believe so. But
I believe they do that at Staples as well, right? Staples Center.
Metrolink, probably, yeah.
Well, are you talking about the train or what?
Well, well, some places have a train, but we're looking at a monorail system here. We'll go right over the freeway. I think that would be amazing. I think that would kill so much time. It would be great. With that said, gentlemen, I do have a couple photos that I would like to show you. I actually saw them for the very first time today. So let me go ahead and share.
Let's take a look.
Yes, sir.
Of what we got.
So this is courtesy of ballparkdigest.com. So there's their credit. Check this out. This is so cool. It's $100 million, guys, to renovate. For next.
Can you get a zoom in on that picture right there?
Well, look, it says 2020. It says 2020, but
There
it's
you go.
probably for the next couple of years. That's the Jackie Robinson statue, obviously. This would be one of the entries.
Wow. It's gonna look beautiful.
It's gonna look awesome. And here's the new seating areas. They want looks like they got some new sponsors. And they got a scoreboard down at the bottom. That's gonna look a little different. Again, a bunch of new elevators, which is I'm an elevator operator captain at Angel Stadium, which we'll talk about in a minute. Elevators are lifesavers at stadiums, and I know Dodger Stadium, they have a lot of escalators, but you don't see many elevators. So they're adding a bunch of elevators. Look at this. They got Centerfield Plaza is coming. 2 acres of new food, new stores, new entertainment. It's going to be freaking crazy. The pavilion renovations, new elevator, bridges. They're adding bridges into the stadium. A new sound system. Sandy Koufax statue is on its way, which is long overdue, if you ask me. Let's see what else we got. That's just.
I think they did some renovations this past year too, before the season started, right?
Yeah, but these are huge. Look at these. Look at this. Look at that.
Wow.
That's beautiful. It's awesome.
That's a whole different view on the whole stadium.
Yeah, look at that. That's gonna be so freaking cool. And they got a little. There's
outlets.
the new shops. Look at how clean those new shops are. Look at that.
Wow.
They just you won't get. I want to say it's still tradition, but it's not old school tradition feel, And then you check this out. Look at even just the top part right there. It looks flashier. It looks newer. It looks fresh. That's the word I'm looking for. Here's the pavilion. I think this is the pavilion. So,
I'm not a Dodger fan, but I'm kind of glad that they're gonna actually renovate, redo everything around that area.
Look at this. You're a dad. Check this out. Play area.
Nice.
Angel Stadium.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah, but
Still some time there.
Petco has that. So that's Dodger Stadium. I think that's going to be awesome. Before we'll keep it on there just for a couple minutes because we're going to actually jump over to something else in a minute. Speaking of the Dodgers, Cody Bellinger, as you remember in the playoffs, separated his shoulder, dislocated his shoulder after he hit that big home run. He had successful shoulder surgery, so he will be back better than ever, sooner than later. So we're talking stadiums. Okay, we told you Dodger Stadium, believe it or not, after years and years and years battle with the city of Anaheim, the Angels finally own their own destination. They own their property. Artie Moreno now owns the stadium. So he plans to do this. Check this out. Wrong one. Okay, hang on. Slow down, Turbo. This one. And this is through NBC Palm Springs. See if I can make that picture bigger. But anyway, he wants, obviously, we're going to move this I think he's moving the stadium over, it looks like. And he's going to put all these apartments, and I got numbers actually. 5,175 apartments in the area, 777 that are affordable for normal people like us. There's 2.7 million square feet of space. There's going to be retail, restaurants. It's going to be freaking crazy. I think, there's my other picture I had. That's from the side view. Look at that.
Oh, wow.
Compared to what you have now, unfortunately, it looks like they might be removing the A. Oh, no, it's over there in the corner. There it is.
Yeah, it's right here on the side.
You look at that off the freeway. I mean, that is beautiful. And I freaking work there. I've seen things. But you could see all the buildings they want to add around the corners. And then the businesses down here at the bottom. Got businesses. Artie's not messing around.
I hope with these moves, Anaheim is finally considered a legit sports town, man, because we don't get that credit as a sports team.
Yeah. And
even when we had the Mighty Ducks.
Yeah, and you're an Anaheim guy, so you know what you're talking about when it comes to that. And I've
definitely
been for years. It's true though. It's always been Dodger Town, Dodger Town, Dodger Town, and let's be real, it's always going to be Dodger Town. But Anaheim is getting that love finally, a little bit of something, because I don't know if you know, George, we've been in court with the city of Anaheim for years over trying to get the stadium because they didn't want to pay a certain amount of money. Disney was trying to take over that area. It's been bad in court. And
Even team owners were threatening to move to Tustin, right?
yeah, we had it was Tustin, Long Beach, a couple of different areas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we were gonna go to Tustin. We were gonna go to the city of industry at some big military hangar. Like there was all kinds of places they were gonna send us to.
Yeah.
And we even Vegas was a possibility. Like it was scary. It was scary.
Yeah.
So
Imagine Vegas. Wow, that would have been different.
been insane.
Mhm.
So I've been taking the cheap flights over there. It's crazy. So I don't know. I like it personally, not just as an Angels worker, but as a fan. I love renovations. I love history. Don't get me wrong. Don't ever change Fenway. Don't change Fenway, and I'm still sad they changed Yankee Stadium. But I'm all about tradition. But
Yeah.
honestly, you saw the pictures, man. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be a great tourist attraction. Especially being next to Disneyland. Are you kidding me right now?
Definitely.
So
And I just want to throw out a couple of things. I believe it's gonna be a timeline of 10 years.
give or take
I believe so, right?
something like that.
And timeline. And I also want to throw out that they're also gonna do some work around the Honda Center area as well,
Mhm.
right?
I believe so. I thought they
So-
already are. They're already working on stuff over there.
So I believe it's gonna be just the whole surrounding areas, man. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, either Dodger Stadium, Angel Stadium, they're both going to be crazy.
What's
Can't
crazy?
wait.
Yeah, go.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
No, like what's crazy was one of my friends used to like literally live right by Angel Stadium.
Oh,
So
wow.
it was like literally like walking distance from his apartment
That's crazy.
off
Like,
Catella, I believe.
Like our dude Cal.
Yeah.
Remember?
Because I remember
Yeah.
I remember one time we went to a preseason game at a Lakers game at the Honda Center, and it was really like walking distance. It wasn't walking
Oh, yeah,
distance, but it was like a 5-minute Uber
it's-
drive.
Yeah, no, it's not that bad. It's actually really cool.
Mhm.
More Angel news I got. The Angels are famous for having the Molinas. We've had Benji, we've had Jose,
Yes.
and now
Yes.
we're in the run for Yachty. So you're the big baseball.
Oh man, I hope we bring them.
Yachty is a future Hall of Famer, but he's on his way out. You're the Angels' new GM. Do you sign Yachty or Molina?
Yes. Find a way to make it happen. Yes.
Why?
Definitely. He's an all-star. He has I believe he played with Pujols before, right?
Yeah, the World Championship
I'm not
team.
sure.
The World
He did
Championship
Pujols.
team.
Mm-hmm. That's chemistry right there. Just bring him. Yeah, bring him to the team. He's a veteran that knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
He'll make the team better.
What kind of deal would you give him? He's in his years going out, and he's a catcher. What, maybe 2 years?
I'll give him that. Yeah, probably that veteran.
That
2 years.
bet minimum.
Yeah, vet minimum.
Yeah.
I would say like 2 years 10 or 2 years 20, something like that, maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know.
something like that.
I think Yachty's the best catcher out of all three of the Molinas, if you ask me. And they actually have another brother
You think?
coming up as well. So personally,
Is he a younger brother?
younger brother? Yeah. So if we could get Yachty, we still have our young catchers that he can mentor, and he can still hit. Yachty can still hit. So I don't know. I think it's going to be pretty cool. We're also talking about legends. We're talking about history. Field of Dreams. I don't know if you've seen the movie Field of Dreams. I believe it's Indiana. I believe it is. And they go to that field. They were supposed to have a game this year in that field, and it was supposed to be the Yankees. I think it was the Yankees and the White Sox. So I believe it is still going to be the Yankees and the White Sox again this year coming up. It's going to be August 12th. So it's going to be pretty cool to see something like that. And another Chicago story I got, Wrigley Field. Check this out. We're talking about stadiums getting, recognition and some love. Wrigley Field, after a 7-year battle, has received landmark status, which is cool. That's like Yosemite. That's
Nice.
like that.
Mhm.
And they can get federal tax money to do whatever they need to do to the stadium,
Nice.
to the area. And, if you've seen Wrigley, they didn't change that much up, except that giant scoreboard they put up in front of the apartments, So
Nice.
I think that's awesome. I think it'll
That's
be
nice.
cool. Yeah, well, and they're gonna have the money now, so I think
I love
cool.
I love when arenas or stadiums are finally considered a landmark. I'll give you an
Mhm.
example. Key Arena in Seattle.
Yep.
They made that a landmark.
So
The
glad.
Forum. another one.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice, man. It's good because I don't want to see those places go. So much
Yeah.
history,
They just blow them up and turn them into parking lots anyway, which is sad.
right?
Okay.
I think I was hearing rumors that they might put another NBA team in Seattle
They
over at the
should.
arena.
I
They
hope so.
should.
Seattle is an underrated sports city, if you ask me.
It is.
They
It
got
is.
good teams, you know, and
Yeah, they got the Storm playing in there.
the Storm champions,
Yeah.
the Sounders,
Yeah,
the
champions. Yeah, you
Sounders,
can't let that go.
yeah, the
Especially when they
Sounders,
won their championship.
yeah, the
Yeah, the
Sounders. Even
Sounders.
the Mariners, when they're on their game, they're freaking good. You got the
Mhm.
Seahawks. I mean, come on. And now you got the. I don't know. You got to. If the Kraken can pull out what the Las Vegas Golden Knights did, that'll be nuts. How they went straight to
Yeah.
playoffs. They went to Stanley Cup their very first year. Like it was nuts. And that was the
Yeah,
expansion
that's
draft.
crazy.
So, but I don't know who's in the expansion draft this year for the Seattle Kraken. So we'll see what happens. Last two baseball stories I have, unless you guys have something. George Springer, Houston Astros center fielder, right fielder. Again, admitted to cheating in 2017. There's rumors he's going to be traded. He's one of the best players out there. I always said that he is the Mike Trout of the Houston Astros. That's what I always used to say. If you were to give Springer a second chance, would you sign him, and what team do you think should sign him? He's a speedster. He could be a leadoff hitter, a number 2 hitter, number 3 hitter. He's an all-star. G, what would you do would you go after George Springer, knowing what you know?
I mean,
all opinions aside.
As a player, you gotta love his game. You know, he's a overall good player. If he's gonna be a team player, then yeah, I'm all love for it. Let's put him on the team. Let's see what he could bring to the table. Sadly, I think the Yankees are probably gonna go after him because the Yankees go after everybody. I think the Yankees go after everybody.
But also, think about it. I think I don't know if Brett Gardner re-signed with them, so left field's open. So, or they can move Aaron Hicks from center to left and then put Springer in center. You got a leadoff hitter right there. You know, so
they can they'll find a way. They'll find a way.
We'll see. But, you know, I don't know. The Angels could use them. We need a right fielder. So I'm just throwing that out there. You know, I know the Dodgers will be talking to him, you know, all the big names. So, and the last one, Trevor Bauer. I believe he went to UCLA. Trevor Bauer, Cy Young this year. He's got playoff experience. He's also the number 1 free agent pitcher out there right now. Angels are connected to him, but right now the rumor is the Mets might pick him up. So if you're the Angels, do you put an extra push as the Angels? Because we need pitching.
I always saw the Mets and Angels like as a two
the second
like just connected some way somehow. Just secondary teams.
They're the little brothers of their city to the Dodgers and the Yankees. Let's be
right.
real.
Even though we were in LA first.
It's true. Well, we're not going to get into that. We don't have time for that. But it is true. Right. So, I don't know. I think Bauer, honestly, Bauer is a beast. If you don't know who he is, George, check out Trevor Bauer. He's a short guy, but he's stocky, and think of like Greg Maddux. He's not Greg Maddux. Nobody is Greg Maddux, but that's the vibe I get from him. He doesn't go super hard, but he's also got some killer pitches, like different tip. I think he has like 5 pitches or something like that. He's a multi-time All-Star. You know, I believe he was with Cleveland when they played the Cubs in the World Series, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe so. Yes, I believe so.
He has World Series experience.
Yeah, he's that experience.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think it'll be really, really cool. Hopefully we'll jump on it. Hopefully, if not, God, imagine the Dodgers get him. Oh my God, their staff's already beast, man.
I love how the Angels, some way somehow, find a way to get great players. I mean, how we got what's his name? Shohei
Ohtani.
Shohei Ohtani. Come on, man! Like,
yeah,
and people don't give us credit when we get these players.
The thing is, we get them. We try to get them to have chemistry. If we can get the chemistry,
and it just doesn't work out.
We'll be strong. You know, like the Dodgers have their chemistry. You know, George is like, yeah, duh. But man, the lineup, no, but I'll get to you in a sec. But the lineup the Angels had, I don't know, I wasn't going to go into this, but the lineup the Angels had last year, think about it. Their opening day lineup was crazy from 2 to 6. And you got Trout, you had Ohtani, you had Pujols, you had Upton, you had Anthony freaking Rendon, a World Series champion. Like,
Exactly.
and when Upton's healthy, he kills the ball, and the chemistry just wasn't there. And the pitching, so we'll see what's going on. And the Dodgers, they bring in Mookie Betts and they bring in a couple other people and they just click, so it just, I don't know. And that's not just baseball, man. That goes for all kinds of freaking sports. It's
Yep.
It's crazy. You never know what you're going to get when you bring in somebody for something. You just don't know what you're going to get. So I just want to say, I would like to, let's see what NFL. Let's talk soccer real quick because I only got a couple little soccer stories. I know you, G, probably know it. I don't know if you guys heard, but soccer legend Diego Maradona died at the age of 60.
I heard about that.
Argentina, wasn't it? Is where he's famous, I believe.
I believe it's Argentina.
They were showing the flag.
If I read it.
And so we want to honor him. But I do have a sad story, not sad like cry sad, but like what the hell were you doing sad? Remember, I don't want to bring it up, but the cop that took the picture of Kobe, okay? And now there's a law that says you can't.
Oh, yeah.
Well, in Argentina, that happened with Diego. So some DSs, these idiots that were working the funeral home decided to take pictures with the open casket. So they were fired. They weren't arrested, but because I don't know if there's a law there or not. I doubt it, but they were both fired, both of them, for doing it. So it's like, what are these people thinking? Like, you think you're gonna get your 5 minutes of fame with the dead legend? You get fired because of it? Like, what are you gonna get out of that? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, talk to me, George. What are these people freaking thinking?
It's crazy, man. Crazy. I mean, like, you just put yourself in harm's way just based on doing that. And I don't know why I really don't have no idea why they did that. Because yes, like he's a legend and all, but the dude lost his life.
Yeah, respect his family too,
Yeah, exactly. Because like you never know. Because like right now I'm pretty sure they're mourning, but it's probably like they're mourning even more because of who he is. So I mean, like I don't get why they had to do something, and it's like, dude, like come on, be smart about it.
You know what makes it worse? They had a walk by, when a legend dies, like Evita way back in the day, or Mother Teresa, or people like that, they put them in the room and thousands of people can come by and walk by and see them. When President Bush died, stuff like that, they did that for him. Why couldn't these workers just go to that? Like,
exactly.
Why are you trying to cheat the system? And now you're an idiot. You probably got your phone taken away, first of all. You got fired, and more than likely your ass is going to get sued.
Oh yeah.
It's like, was it?
Oh yeah, big time.
Yeah, I mean, it's Argentina, so I don't know how things work over there, but was it worth it? Was it truly worth it? Like, I don't know what these people were thinking. So another legend.
I'm pretty sure they're more stricter with the laws than they are here.
Oh yeah. Well, they fired him on the spot. Like, they weren't even joking around. Like, they just took him out. Speaking of taking someone out. Okay. So I'm not a huge MLS fan, but I do follow the Galaxy and I do follow the LAFC. I'm actually shout out to the announcer of the LA Galaxy, Michael Araujo, one of my good friends. That guy's awesome. He's also the voice of the Angels. But LAFC, they went to the playoffs last year. They did really good. Guess who they got in the first round this year?
Who?
They got the defending champions, the Seattle Sounders. And it did not turn out very well. Yeah.
Wow.
So you can see where I'm going with this. We got smoked by the Sounders. So only LA team that made it, and we got knocked the hell out. So
I'm telling you, Seattle, they got good teams out over there, man. I'm telling
yeah, they
you.
do.
They got good teams.
Yeah.
Number one, the Storm, and two, the Sounders. Wow, that's just two
Sounders.
organizations right there.
Well, Sounders have 2 titles already, and don't the Storm have multiple titles?
They have at least 2 or 3
At
titles
least. Well, you got
in their
Sue. You got
organization.
freaking Sue Bird and freaking
Mhm.
that crew. That Brianna
I think
Stewart,
that's what.
that team's beast.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
how I knew about the Storm, because of Sue Bird. Sue Bird is just a natural talent. Even
She's
if,
amazing.
yeah, she's amazing. Even though she's 40 years old, she
Can't
is
tell.
just
Well,
playing
what
like
about-
she's like 30.
What about Brianna Stewart? Hello.
Brianna
I'm
Stewart's pretty good
She's
too.
amazing
Like I love
too.
Brianna Stewart.
And I liked her in
So-
college, you know?
Oh my
So-
goodness,
I'm telling
like
you, the
she's a problem.
Yeah.
She's box
W-
office.
Go ahead, George.
The
Go
WNBA
ahead.
has nothing but legends, man. They got
Yep.
legends on
Well,
all throughout the league.
well,
Diana
like-
Taurasi's another one.
Oh, Tarasi's a monster. Well, like
Yep.
we just said last week, Coach was talking about Teresa Witherspoon got that big position, you know? So
Yep.
and we're gonna go into, and we're talking, Becky Hammond, people like that, big names, Lisa Leslie, people like that, And I can see Candace Parker doing something big, maybe when she hangs it up, I don't know.
She's probably gonna work for television.
Yeah, well, Diana Taurasi, she's more outgoing than Steve Nash, but I get that Steve Nash kind of vibe from her. Like, she goes there, she does what she has to do, but like she's not like the one in the league, Like, because when Nash was there, we had Kobe, they had Jordan, they had, you know what I mean? And
Right.
Taurasi's the same way. But I could totally see her being a coach or an assistant coach with no problem.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
She'll get that respect from her players as well.
Mm-hmm. All right. You want to talk about respect? Let's go from respect to no respect. Okay. First off, let's jump in the boxing ring real quick. We're not going to talk Tyson yet because I know y'all are ready for that. Triple G's coming back. I can't say his name. I've tried. I can't say it. So I'm going to call him Triple G. Triple G is back, and he's going to fight December 18th against Camille Cismada, I believe it is. So Triple G hasn't been in the ring in a while.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been
Didn't
a
he fight
while,
Canelo?
right?
Wasn't his last big fight with Canelo or something like that? Wasn't it? I believe it was.
I think so.
No, it was Canelo. It was
It was
Canelo.
Canelo.
Yeah.
How long ago was that? Like
My
at
God,
least a
at
couple
least 2 years. Yeah,
Like 2 years ago.
at
Yeah.
least.
Wow.
So he's back. Canelo is on December 19th. His big return. Don't forget. But let's be real. We know what we want to talk about. Tonight's the night. Tyson, Jones, bro. What is Jones thinking? Have you seen the warm-up videos, the sparring videos of Mike Tyson? George, have you seen them?
Oh my gosh, man. Mike Tyson, he doesn't look like he's old. Like he hasn't skipped a beat.
Yes, he's yoked. Have you seen it? Have you seen the video?
Yes,
Yeah.
of course I've seen it. Of course I've seen
Yeah.
It's all over social media. Tyson's, oh my God, he looks like a young Tyson, man.
Yeah, he's a killer, man.
Well, he always has been, and that's.
I don't know what Jones got himself into this one.
Yeah,
No, he's gonna get knocked out.
Yeah, I won 2 rounds.
Speaking that into existence.
Yeah, exactly. If he goes 2 rounds, we'll even see. So that's tonight on pay-per-view for you guys who get to watch this once we're done. You probably still have some time to get that on pay-per-view. And also don't forget, Holyfield has been calling out Tyson as well. So on social media, saying he's dodging.
Let's get that going.
We gotta get that.
I would love to see that. That would be a
I'll pay for
great
that
match
one.
right there. I'll pay
Yeah.
for that one right there.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I want to see that one so bad. You got the 2 legends going at it. And round 3, the first one was awesome. The second one, controversy. Why not have the rubber match? I think
Let's do it, man.
It'd be pretty.
Hopefully
freaking-
they make it happen.
Yeah, it'd be pretty freaking crazy to see. I don't know if you guys are following. I know you, George. You follow men's college basketball. I try to as much as I can. There was an underrated game this week. I think I don't remember who they played though. Crap. University of Stanford. I want to say it was Monday. They scored 102 points by halftime.
By halftime?
By
Dang.
halftime.
Did they have the Splash Brothers on their team or what?
I don't know, bro.
Did Clay Thompson make a special
Special appearance, right, on his one leg.
50 points in like less than like 3 dribbles?
Dude, I don't know. I just know that they scored 102 points by halftime. God, I don't remember who they played. That's what's pissing me off right now. It was another lower named school, obviously. They absolutely smoked them. But the cool thing, George will agree with me on this. I try to follow men's college basketball and women's college basketball as much as I can, but it's all about March Madness. Okay, once January hits, boom, I'm paying attention.
For real. 100%.
I'm following, okay, who's got the rank? But then you get the upsets, which are really cool. And we had one, I think it was yesterday. Unranked University of San Francisco defeated you saw that? Number 4 Virginia, 61-60. Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. So, college sports, bro, I'm telling you.
I saw the Gonzaga game. They beat Kansas, and Kansas has always been like a great school.
Well, yeah.
But now, like the past couple of years, I feel like they've been declining.
Well,
Time catches up to them.
It's still they'll come back. Duke. Yeah. Same thing with Duke. Duke hasn't been doing much. No, North Carolina has been kind of.
North Carolina's North Carolina.
Nova's always there, and that's why I love March Madness. It's one game, you're out. It's
Seriously.
awesome. That's why I like it so much. I love tournaments. I mean,
that's where the competition's at its highest.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's when I do. Honestly, that I only did like a year of brackets, so I did actually almost won the $5,000. That if you have like a clean bracket. I lost in the 3rd round. So.
Oh man, yeah. But but you get a lot of
like a few years back.
But then you get like Cinderella stories, like when we talked about with Josiah, Robert Morris, and they beat Villanova, and what was it? The old lady, Loyola of Chicago. That story was really cool, and they made it to the Final Four. I think they made it to the Final Four that year. Who even heard of this school before that? Stuff like that. I'm excited for that kind of stuff. So college sports, big ups from me, from us, All Sports Media. We love college sports. If you're in college sports, or you have a college sports athlete who wants us to build her up, send them our way. We'll get them on our show.
We'll get an interview. We're good interview.
Hell yeah. We'll do that for sure. More college news. People say, I know we try to avoid this, but this is something that can't avoid. People say that you can't get COVID more than once. Okay, future Hall of Famer, Alabama coach Nick Saban had it, a month ago? I think it was.
It was a month ago, yeah. A month or 2 ago.
He's out today because of COVID symptoms again.
Wow.
So I don't know if that's exactly what it is, but that's what the rumor is that he's out because of COVID symptoms. And this is the number 1 ranked team in the entire country without their leader. So, I mean,
without their coach. And
it's scary. And they didn't cancel their game. So Alabama's still playing, which is crazy.
Wow. This is why I'm so, I want to say, biased towards the NBA coming back, because really everything is up in the air, and we're going to be playing these games, but what about if a superstar gets the COVID? Now that player has to be out, and what about if that team goes on a losing streak? You know what I mean?
Yep. That's happened. That has happened. It is happening. And we'll actually, in the NFL, I got a story we're going to talk about that you're going to be like, damn, that guy got COVID. That guy's down, that's going to kill that team. No pun intended.
Yeah.
So it's nuts. But not all news is bad. We just talked about this on All Sports Media Presents Double Dribble, episode 26, Bring the Ring, earlier. Females are taking over the sports world, man. And
they are.
I love it.
Ownership,
me too.
Ownership on the field, they're taking over.
It's funny you say that, because I literally have 3 stories with all of those. One of them just happened a couple hours ago. Actually, we talked about it on our show. Vanderbilt kicker Sarah Fuller made the opening kickoff. So apparently COVID again. They had some cases and they lost some players because of it. And they called her up. She was actually the goalie for the championship soccer team. And they brought her up, and she made history. They're playing the University of Mizzou right now. So
Wow.
shout out to Sarah Fuller, man. That's freaking awesome. Without jumping into the NBA, we're talking G League. They just hired their first female GM for the Hawks organization, the CP Skyhawks. Her name is Tori Miller. So that's another female story for you. And then this one's super cool to me because I loved the USA hockey women's team. They were beast, man. And they had a player, and she's super fast. I think she's the one that was in the NHL All-Star Game Skills Challenge and did the speed skating competition, Kendall Coyne Schofield. She actually, she just got signed by the Blackhawks. She's going to be the Blackhawk, not player, but she's got signed by the Chicago Blackhawks as the development coach. So you got all these women out there. The 49ers, they have a coach. The referees in all.
Oh, yeah, they got a female coach.
They do, yeah. And then WWE has female coaches and referees right now. What was it? NFL, NBA. They had women for a while, actually, referees. People just haven't noticed it. But
there's at least 3 of them.
Women are coming, bro. It's happening. We're gonna have one in the NFL soon. I'm calling it. MLB. When they break the MLB train, there was years ago. You might not remember, George. Or actually, you might not remember either. You guys are both younger than me. When I was really young, I must have been like 8. Years ago. There was a team called the Colorado Silver Bullets, and it was an all female fastball pitch team, and they would play against like independent league professionals, and they were good, So you might be looking at something like that, or someone like Jenny Finch, man. If she was in her prime, she could play in the MLB. She's freaking bomb. Or Sarah Osterman, was that her name? Kat Osterman. I'm sorry. Team USA softball left-handed superstar pitcher. She could play. Like, there's so many I can name that would be able to play just like that. But MLB is so traditional. It's gonna take a long time. It's gonna take
maybe when they get a new commissioner or something, we'll see.
Yeah. Well, he's a freaking pushover too.
Even Adam made changes when he took over the NBA, so we'll see.
I love Adam Silver. He's not a pushover. He don't take crap from nobody.
No,
I freaking like him.
He banned down Donald Sterling. Come on now.
Oh, bro, yeah, he did. Let's go. God, we wanted to close out with some NBA news, so let's go football. Let's talk a little football. It's 1:00. We still got some time. All right, check this. You guys will know all these players. We talked last week about the MLB Hall of Fame ballot that came out, which I'm still kind of about. But NFL, wait till you hear these names. These are the names. I didn't get all of them, but I got majority of them. These are just candidates for now because it's going to get cut down to 15 soon, and then eventually they'll make the votes. Here are the names that I have at the moment. Reggie Wayne, Fred Taylor from the Jaguars, Steve Tasker, he's the only special teamer I see on here. He used to play for Buffalo. Richard Seymour, Clay Matthews, University of Southern California, Green Bay Packers.
Discount double check.
That's right, discount double check. John Lynch, which I thought was already in, but I guess I was wrong. Torrey Holt used to play for the Rams.
Wow.
Okay.
Rodney Harrison used to
kill
my Titans when he was a Patriot. Bro, he killed my Titans. Alan Faneca, I believe he played center. He was really good. Cornelius Bennett, Rondé Barber, the cornerback for the Bucks for so many years. Megatron, Calvin Johnson. Charles Woodson, and the only first ballot. I think he's going to get 100% vote. Peyton Manning.
Oh yeah.
Oh, definitely. Most definitely Peyton Manning.
So I'll go to George first. Out of that list, who are you possibly picking for Hall of Fame 2020?
Peyton Manning, 100%.
Okay. Anybody else?
Peyton Manning, Richard Seymour. Yeah, he's also a former Patriot, and he also played for the Raiders. Who else?
What about
Reggie Wayne?
Reggie Wayne's awesome.
Well, I love Reggie Wayne, the wide receiver that played with Peyton Manning in the Colts. So I remember them winning a Super Bowl together after that great season they had.
Burrs.
Who else? Who else was on that list?
Oh God, what about Megatron? Calvin
Megatron's.
Johnson,
Yeah, I love Megatron. Calvin Johnson. He was a great player.
Rodney Harrison.
Yeah, Rodney Harrison too. I'm a little biased with Rodney Harrison because he is a former Patriot, and I love
Are
Tom
you a
Brady.
Patriot fan?
Did he play on the Colts?
Low key, only because I love Tom Brady.
Damn it.
But there's a but. There's a but. I do love the LA team, so I do love the Rams.
Okay.
And yeah, so
I'm a Tennessee fan.
I'm always
I'm
gonna
not
root
there.
for the LA team.
Yeah. Okay.
So
All right, Gilbert. What about you, bro?
Peyton Manning, of course. He's a legend. He's always gonna be a legend.
Mm-hmm.
Also like Reggie Wayne.
Okay.
Richard Seymour.
Okay.
Right? He was on that list.
You got Rodney Harrison.
Who else was on that list?
You got Faneca, Cornelius Bennett, Rondé Barber, Megatron, Charles Woodson, Torrey Holt, John Glench, Clay Matthews, Steve Tasker, Fred Taylor.
Oh. Yeah, Clay Matthews and definitely Fred Taylor as well.
No,
I left out.
I love Fred Taylor. Okay, my question though, Clay Matthews hasn't been out that long. Do you think they would take him this early? He's only been out like 5 years.
I think it's a little too soon, right?
I don't think he's a first ballot Hall of Famer, if you ask me. I'm
because
an
he's
SC
been
guy.
out of.
What's up?
No, I agree with you. Like I was gonna say, like he's only been out for what, like a year. Like he's a.
Well, I think it's a 5 year. I
NFL?
think it's 5 years. It's 5 years to get in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, for real? I thought the last team
Is
he
it?
played for was the Rams.
And how many years ago was that?
But that was like, I thought it was like a couple of years ago, but I don't know. I could be wrong.
Well, NFL might be different than baseball. I know baseball is 5 years. So.
Oh, really? Okay.
So if you ask me, I say Peyton Manning. Oh God, Reggie Wayne, John Lynch, Megatron, and Fred Taylor. And that's just me. And Fred Taylor was so underrated, it was ridiculous.
Yep.
That's only because he played in Jacksonville.
Didn't he also play for the Dolphins? I might be wrong.
But if he did, it's still Jacksonville and then Miami.
Yeah.
Like you're not playing for like the Patriots or the Raiders or the Rams or, these huge name teams, So
Yeah.
Speaking of huge name teams, thank God Ferran's not here. Steelers are 10 and freaking 0.
Wow.
What the hell?
Big Ben, bro. Big Ben. He was out last year, right? I believe he was out like last year.
Mm-hmm. Can you imagine because I remember the rumors. I don't know if I mentioned it last week.
And
JJ
they
Watt,
have a good coach in Mike Tomlin.
Oh, Mike Tomlin's a Hall of Famer.
He's a Hall of Famer.
Oh, yeah.
Great coach.
Easily. He's easily a Hall of Famer. But remember, I don't know if I brought it up or not. JJ Watt wanted out of Houston. And he said, Pittsburgh's looking really nice right about now. Could you imagine if JJ Watt was on the Steelers?
Oh, no.
That's a super team right there already.
Yeah.
Wow.
No.
That would be dangerous right now.
Yeah, I couldn't handle that. Okay. Also, what time is it? 1:40. Okay, we can go till 2. Ravens and Steelers, their game got moved not once but twice. They're supposed to play on Thursday. Not happening because of all the COVID cases with the Ravens, which we'll get into in a minute. Then they moved it to Monday or to Sunday morning, and that's not happening. So now they're moving it to Tuesday, and then they moved another game to Monday. Yeah, it's all over the place, man. It's been crazy, and the Ravens, I think it was like 14 cases or something like that, and one of those cases, I'm telling you, the Madden Curse, Lamar Jackson.
Yep, yeah. I'm telling you, dude. I don't know, man. I don't know about doing sports right now. I don't like it. I don't like it. If your superstar can't play and most of your team is out, what's the whole point of playing, man? You know what I mean?
Because now, like, if they don't play, then like NFL loses money, and then like they lose all that TV revenue based on like the COVID cases that that's going on right now.
Right.
So, I mean, like, I think part of me wants to still watch the NFL. But I think like on the safe side, like it'll be great to like, I wouldn't say postpone because that's what the NBA did, but I don't know, man. Like I have mixed feelings about it.
Same here.
It's
Um,
hard. It's hard to.
but yeah, and what do you feel?
Yeah.
This is totally just me. What do you feel about the Madden curse? Has it struck?
Oh,
again?
it's real.
It's real, right? Except it
real.
didn't get.
It's real. Like this.
But Mahomes was on the cover last year, right?
I believe he's the only one that got away with it.
Okay, that's why I'm knocking.
Hmm.
Yeah, and I feel so bad for Lamar, man. I had a feeling the minute he went on that cover, I'm like, oh no.
Yeah.
They're gonna ruin Lamar Jackson, man. And speaking of ruining, holy crap. I didn't see the injury, but I heard it's really, really bad. Joe Burrow, man. I feel so bad for Joe Burrow. You know, kid worked his way out of Ohio, got to
Season
LSU,
ending.
got a ring. Now he's with the Bengals, right? The Bengals.
Mhm. Yeah, the
And
Bengals.
freaking tears his ACL and MCL.
And it's NCO.
And
That's
his MCL. Let's
crazy.
just add all the letters right out. Why don't we just add all the letters, right? It's freaking well. How do you feel about that? Like, is it because just bad luck, or is it just still learning the pro game? Like, why are these rookies getting hurt so quick, George? Like, I don't get it.
I think they're just learning like how NFL's been played because like obviously NFL's like more like you're facing like more physical teams and even though like you're a rookie, like you still have like those huge learning curves that you're gonna have throughout the your first game, your first season as an NFL player. And I think like they just have to adapt to certain situations, and it's just really really unfortunate that Joe Burrow hurt his NCL and ACL. So I feel bad, and he's just gonna go through like a tough time. Like maybe because of his NCL and ACL, I think it could take maybe up to like 2 years tops for him to like fully recover. Only because like those injuries are like one of the worst injuries you could have in football, like let alone like other sports where you really have to like you use your legs. But it's just unfortunate for that guy, and I was rooting for him to like have like a good rookie season.
And he was doing really good for a while, and then just
he
was. That's all it takes. That's one of the worst injuries you can get. Talking about worst, I'm going to G for this one. Why the hell? Maybe it's tradition, I don't know. Why the hell were 4 of the worst NFL teams playing on Thanksgiving? What the hell? You got, all right. First off, we got Washington and Dallas. No offense.
Yeah.
I get that's tradition, but good God, man.
Those are 2 bad teams.
Yeah.
What are we doing? Was it money? Is it tradition? What is it, G? Why are we bringing Washington and Dallas every freaking year?
Because those are the only teams that have like players that are not affected by the COVID right now.
But it's every year. Dallas plays every year on Thanksgiving. They're America's team. I get it. But they're not winning. And neither is Washington. The only good story about Washington right now, obviously Rene Rivera, we're praying for him and his cancer, and Alex Smith coming back from that tremendous knee injury and knee surgery and rehab. But come on, man. And don't even get me started on the other game. Houston Texans, who are usually amazing but are not this year, and the Detroit freaking Lions. Like, why are the Lions getting so much TV time during Thanksgiving? We could have put the Packers. We could have put the Raiders. We could have put big name teams
the Rams.
Out there. Come on. And the weather's beautiful here. Why not have the Rams have a home game or the Raiders have a home game? Or what the hell are we doing? Sorry, I'm getting all passionate about this. This is nuts to me.
Tradition, bro. It's just a tradition.
That's all it is. And
that's all it is.
Ricky going on his rant.
Even the Detroit fans are like, what the hell are we doing? Like, it's crazy. Speaking of Detroit, just went down this morning, like not even this morning, like probably about 2 hours ago. The Lions finally fired Coach Patricia and GM Bob Quinn. Long overdue, if you ask me. They should have been fired last year. So I don't know what's up with that.
Wasn't Coach Patricia part of the Patriots team before?
He was the defensive coordinator, I believe.
Yeah, he was. He's a Belichick guy. So Which Belichick's amazing, He's got that Mike Scioscia effect, like awesome coaches under him, and then they go and do big things. And
He's like the Greg Popovich of the NFL.
Popovich, yeah, exactly.
Yes, there you go.
Okay, so let's jump from craptacular teams this year, sorry, G, to teams that actually have a chance. Huge. And now this is just not me as a Titans fan. This is NFL in general. Huge matchup tomorrow. Titans and Colts. It's going to be on CBS in the morning. First place on the line. Do the Titans redeem themselves this coming, not as my friends, as NFL analysts, George? Do the Titans redeem themselves facing the Colts tomorrow?
I think they do, only because they have a great quarterback. And I think, like, the way they play, I think they're a huge force to be reckoned with. And if anything, like, I think they could be that sleeper team that people, like a lot of NFL media, overlooks. But the Titans are a very good football team this year. And they even showed it when they played against the Patriots as well, when they beat off Tom Brady.
What about you, G? Think the Titans are going to pull it out against the Colts?
I believe so. I believe they played before, right?
We played 2 weeks ago, and we lost.
2 weeks ago, right?
We lost.
And you guys lost, right? No, I think this game is gonna be different.
Okay.
But I just want to see it go down. I want to see it's gonna be a clash of two good teams. Colts have been doing good this year as well.
The Colts have the speed. We have the power. I mean, we got King Henry. But
talk about clash of the Titans.
Exactly.
Well played, sir.
Nice.
I don't know. It's going to be good. So with that said, who wins the AFC South at the end of the season?
Oh, can't call it. I can't call it yet. I can't call it. Go ahead, George.
It's not as easy as your
No, I can't call it either. Like, just give me like the next 2 games.
Don't put me on the spot, guys. Come on now.
It's too soon.
I think we will win by like 3 tomorrow. I'm going to be screaming at the TV all day tomorrow. I think we'll win by like 3. I think we're going to win the division by 1 game. We might even face them in the playoffs because it's an 8-team playoff now. It's number 1 gets a bye, and then 2 to 7, 3 to 6, and 4 to 5, which I think is cool. So, man, yeah, I'm just stressed about it. I'm just stressed about the whole thing. That we just got it. We got to keep our feet in there. We got to stay strong and just keep pushing. There's no other way to put it, dude. Talking about pushing, talking about keeping going. 30 years. 30 freaking years. Undertaker has been in the WWE. He's been wrestling longer than that. But 30 years in the WWE as of Survivor Series this past Sunday was 30 years for the Undertaker, Mark Calloway. They had an awesome ceremony for him. If you have WWE Network, you need to check it out. You have to watch the end. It started off, I can't name everybody who came out. It was everybody from Undertaker's friend group from the Attitude Era, Henry Godwinn, Phineas Godwinn, Savio Vega. If Yokozuna was alive, Yokozuna would have been there. God, who else? There's so many big names. The Big Show came out. Shawn Michaels came out. Triple H came out. Kane came out, obviously. He was the last one. It was really cool. Just Jeff Hardy, they were all in the ring. They were honoring the Undertaker. He didn't come out yet, but they were honoring him because they had just shown the video. And then his music hits, lights go out. He comes to the ring, and the ring is empty. Not just because of COVID, but what they do next, as a wrestling fan, you couldn't help but almost cry. He came to the ring, and he did his little spiel. And at the end, he said, "I'm finally going to let the Undertaker rest in peace." So he's finally acknowledging, I'm done. I'm tired. I've given you all I have. And then what WWE did next, I don't always like the effects that they do, but this one almost brought me to tears as a WWE fan for so many years. They brought out Undertaker did his whole hand thing like that, and they had a hologram of Paul Bearer looking at him with the urn in his hand. Like, it was super cool. It was surreal.
Wow.
It was surreal.
Wow.
And when Undertaker first came into WWE, Paul Bearer took him under his wing, So I just thought that was really cool. I thought that WWE did a really, really good job. The matches, meh. Survivor Series was okay, but that saved the pay-per-view, man. If you didn't get to see it, you need to YouTube it. You need to go on WWE Network, whatever you got, and you have to see that. Like, you will get choked up. I don't care who you are. If you know The Undertaker and everything he went through.
No pun intended.
Yeah, exactly.
I just want to throw this out there before we move on. But the Undertaker literally carried the torch between the ruthless aggression era.
Yeah, he did. Well, he didn't go anywhere. That's why. He had a chance. He got a couple calls from Eric Bischoff and WCW, and he never went. He could have. They wanted him to face Sting. They wanted him to face Hogan. They wanted him to face, Big Show at the time, who was the Giant. And he never went. And he took less money to stay in WWE. WCW, Ted Turner had money. Vince is rich. Oh, yeah. Ted Turner was rich too. So, you had Kevin Nash and Scott Hall leave. They didn't want to, but they did, Then a bunch of other people left as well right after that. But Undertaker never left. He never
You gotta get respect for that. That's why I believe he has so much respect throughout the other wrestlers that ended up staying as well.
All about loyalty, brother. I think there's only two other superstars in my mind that I think won't go anywhere else. Roman maybe, might not either, but my two in my head right now are John Cena. Yes, they're doing movies. Don't get me wrong. I'm talking wrestling. I don't think they'll go to TNA. Or to Impact Wrestling. I don't think they'll go to AEW. I don't think they'll go to ROH or anything like that. John Cena, number one, because he's just too damn loyal. And number two, The Rock, because it's in his blood. I don't see him going anywhere. Yeah. Talking about The Rock, we kind of brought this up. I thought it might have happened at Survivor Series. It didn't happen. Roman Reigns is a Universal Champion. Okay, his storyline is, I'm the head of the table. I am the man. I am in the family. Obviously, he's related to The Rock because everybody who's Samoan is related to The Rock. But my guess, this is my guess. You could tell me, G, you're a wrestling fan as well. The Rock returns at Royal Rumble. The Rock comes at number 28, 27, even 30. Surprises the hell out of everybody. Wins the Royal Rumble. Faces Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. Money? What do you think?
It's going to happen. I believe so. I believe so. They're going to find a way to bring The Rock back and insert him into this match with his cousin Roman Reigns. I think this is a match that people have been wanting to see for the longest. I know I have. I just can't wait to see it finally happens. I just hope this whole virus is over so we can see it live.
Even without the live, I don't know about that because we're supposed to have WrestleMania, but I think it's going to move back to Tampa, so which blows. But the storyline is pushing to this. Like, I'm the head of the table. I'm the best. I'm the one in the family. He's pushing around Jey Uso, who's one of the sons of Rikishi Fatu. It's just, I'm the head of the table. It would be perfect to bring The Rock back at Royal Rumble. Have The Rock beat Jey Uso at the end of the Royal Rumble. Have it come down to Jey Uso and The Rock eliminates Jey Uso right in front of Roman Reigns. I mean, come on. That writes itself, man. Then you got your huge main event for WrestleMania, especially if it's in Florida. Even if it's in Tampa. He's from Miami, and freaking Roman's from Pensacola.
That works out.
Yeah. So, I don't know. It's going to be a big deal regardless of what we get, right? So,
I think the book is written already for what's going to happen.
I hope so. All right, gents. We're way over on time, but I really don't give a damn because we're flowing, and I think we can go till 2 if you guys are good. Talk to me about the NBA, y'all. Let's talk some Laker deals, coming, going, and then we'll jump into the other deals. George, Laker deals. Talk to me.
I actually like the additions that they have. Like, we added Wes Matthews to replace Danny Green. Like, he's a 3-and-D guy, and he could really defend the ball. He could really defend the best perimeter guy. So that's a big plus. And I like that they added Montrezl Harrell. Like, we really took him away from the LA Clippers.
That's awesome.
So like for the LA Clippers, that's just a huge loss for them because that's mainly like one of the guys that's been killing our Lakers like when we're losing because like he owns the paint and he could really like rebound the ball. So like that was a huge loss for them. And then Marc Gasol, I mean like he's a great player. He's like he's a good defender, but like the thing is he's not really like a shot blocker, you know, because that's how like our defense that's where our defense like kind of took like a dip because like now we lost JaVale McGee to the Cleveland Cavaliers. We lost Dwight Howard to the Philadelphia 76ers. Mm-hmm. And by the way, I did not like the way Dwight Howard like kind of like put on Twitter saying like, oh, he's going to resign with the Lakers. And then like he erased that tweet. So knowing, because like you already know like there's a little controversy there saying like, oh, like why would you put that tweet in if it's not official? So I didn't think like Dwight Howard did like a smart thing at that regard. But he said he didn't want to play for free. Like, dude, you play for the NBA, you're gonna at least get some type of compensation. Yeah. You know, like what do you mean play for free, bro?
And that's the thing that I didn't like that he said, because if anything, if it wasn't for the Lakers, he wouldn't even be in the league no more. Yeah. We're the only team that gave him a chance.
Exactly.
And for him to redeem himself and still be able to play in the NBA, if it wasn't for us, he wouldn't be here right now. And that's why I got mixed emotions when he said that. I'm like, what do you mean playing for free? We gave you a chance when nobody else wanted to give you a chance, you know?
Exactly. And yeah, exactly. That's where I was going to, because like no other team was going to sign you but us, and you didn't even get that guaranteed money until like the middle of the season. Yeah. Because you were playing on a non-guaranteed contract. So like the deal was at the beginning of the season, if he's on his best behavior, if he could play his role, if he could do what the team asked him to do, he was going to get some money. So like, okay, he got his money only based on helping the team win. But yeah, like that didn't really like when I first heard that story, that didn't really sit well for me. But exactly. I mean, nonetheless, I mean, like I think we're a decent team. We still got our core. Like I like that we resigned Kentavious Caldwell-Pope because cool. he was like made like the third or fourth best player on our team in the bubble. So he was playing both ends of the floor. So just imagine having two guys in Caldwell-Pope and Wesley Matthews doing their role, and then like just defending like the other team's best perimeter players like a Paul George or Kawhi Leonard. I mean, I think we could be a force to be reckoned with. I just feel like we had a way better team last season than this season, but I still think I like our chances this year.
How do you feel about Rondo leaving?
Oh man, Rondo was that main guy that put us over the hump against the Denver Nuggets and also in the finals, because like you never seen this. Rondo is shooting 40% from three. 40% from three. Think about it. Let that sink in. Yeah. Rondo has not been playing like that since he played for the Boston Celtics. And that was real playoff Rondo there. But like Rondo, man, that like I thought that was kind of a huge loss for us because that's our quarterback for the second unit.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like I still think we need like another vocal point leader that could like bring the ball up if LeBron James is sitting on the bench, and we clearly don't have that right now.
Yeah.
So.
If I can throw my 2 cents in real quick, I believe I agree with you, George. I think Rondo was a big loss to the team, but on the bright side, we did get a younger point guard with Dennis Schroeder, and I think with Schroeder, him being on this team, I think it's gonna really be good for him, because not only is he gonna be able to play with the two superstars, but he's gonna have to be that leader of the team now, or if LeBron is out or Anthony Davis is out, he's gonna have to run it on his own. You know what I mean?
He's gonna have to run the ship. He's gonna have to orchestrate that offense. And Dennis Schroeder, he's a good player, but he's not he's not the playmaker that Rondo is. Yes, he's
Right.
still a playmaker, but he's not that type of playmaker that will really tell people what to do. He's not that old school point guard, you know what I mean? Where he tells
See,
like, hey, go over there, like come over here. But I think like
go ahead, George. Go ahead.
but Dennis Schroeder, he could play some point guard. He could play some point guard. It's just that him and Rondo are different type of point guard that presents like different things.
I would have loved the idea if they would have brought Rondo back and then still had Shooter, and that way Rondo could have mentored Shooter for a year.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been nice.
That's what I was thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Also, G, you mentioned before the show that AD is still not signed. Why
Yeah,
are we lagging it on AD?
Well, the thing is, I think AD's waiting on Giannis, to be honest, to see what he's gonna do. I think he wants to either match his contract.
Is Giannis a free agent now or is it next season?
No, he's the free agent now, but like the thing is, like what he's trying to do is like he's trying to avoid the supermax, because if you sign the supermax, then you're locked up for the next 5 years.
Yeah.
So like, and then like LeBron James is on his way out for the next couple of years. So that plays a key role of his decision. So like I think what's gonna happen is like Anthony Davis is gonna like sign like 2-year deals, kind of like what LeBron James did when he played for Cleveland, signing 1-year deals and trying to see like, okay, like what the future is gonna hold for that organization. So like I think Anthony Davis is doing that same thing, aligning his contract with LeBron to see like okay, what's gonna happen in that near future. And I think that's what and then like he's also, like you guys said, like he's also gonna see what Giannis is gonna do with his decision coming like next season when he becomes a free agent after next season. Because like he does, like Giannis also has like the potential of signing a supermax, but I don't know if he is gonna sign that supermax because after all, he is a free agent, and Milwaukee can only do so much. But like that Bogdanovich trade didn't really go through, so I guess that's gonna play a key role of this decision as well.
And let me mention this. Let's please give credit to Rob Pelinka, because throughout this whole process of him taking over the team, he's not only made this team a championship contender, but he's also planning for the future. And I'll give you a few examples. They also re-signed Giannis' younger brother. So there might be something going on there for the future after LeBron.
We signed Giannis a couple years ago, or like last year.
Yeah, exactly. And what I'm saying is maybe they have something in the works for the future with Giannis, you know?
And not only that, Talon Tucker too, because Talon Tucker's still on the team as well. So I think that's going to open up opportunities for Talon Tucker this upcoming season.
Exactly. And just the moves that he made this offseason, he's the one that should have got Executive of the Year, man. He really should have got that.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I have so much to say about that.
No, I agree.
So much.
Yeah, we'll see that for another show. So let's go ahead and since we only got like 20 more minutes, let's talk about we love our Lakers champions, but let's jump into some other. You talked about some other big deals that went down as well. G, can you talk to me about some other the big deals that went down? We'll go about 10 minutes on that.
I mean, I believe Cousins signed to the Rockets.
Yes,
that's one. JJ Barrera is coming back to the Mavs for another season.
Okay.
I totally forgot the other two signings that I mentioned earlier.
The Hawks, man, they're on fire.
Yeah, the Hawks are making. Oh, and I believe the Kings also signed Whiteside.
The Kings.
That was
they did sign Hassan Whiteside.
Nah, that was surprising to me. I thought he was gonna stay.
Yeah.
Go ahead, G. Keep going.
No.
Yeah, me too.
But this season's gonna be just it's gonna be crazy, man. All these teams are making moves, and they're making like nice moves. The Blazers, made some nice moves as well. They brought back Ronnie Hood. They also brought back Melo. They also picked up on Enes Kanter.
Cantor.
Cantor, that was a big one. Mm-hmm.
Definitely. So it's gonna be fun to see how it plays out this year. That's what I'm saying. Like, hopefully we could avoid these whole COVID cases and just have everybody play it out, man. Because it's gonna be great competition. Really is.
It's gonna be pretty cool. What about the draft picks? Can you talk to me about, no, all bias aside, Gilbert, best and worst draft picks? I know what you're gonna pick, possibly, Gilbert. So I'll go to you first, George. Your best draft pick and your worst draft pick of this year.
I think the best draft pick was Weissman that the Warriors got. Even though I do not like the Warriors, but I think Weissman is a great piece for them because, like, Warriors, like, they're pretty good in perimeter, but they're not a very good team inside. Like, if you really saw, they love to play that small ball with Draymond Green being the center position. Like, teams are actually picking up on that. And I think, like, with Weissman, like, that's their shot blocker. And then, yeah, so that's my best pick. I think my worst pick, my worst pick, dang, I don't know because, like,
it was a good class this year, I thought.
It was a good class, yes. Like, for, like, many reasons that the organization picked on. So I don't know.
All right,
Gilbert. I just can't say worse right now.
All right, Gilbert, go ahead. You still there? Gilbert. Oh, we lost Gilbert. All right. Anyway, so while we wait for Gilbert to come back, preseason, bro. George, preseason. You talked about it last week, man. It's coming quick. December 11th.
Hey, man.
They said
that's like in a couple of weeks, right?
Yeah.
Ooh.
December 11th. They said each team's gonna play 2 games, one home, one away.
Okay.
So, and that's it. And they don't want to do no more than that. The big name matchups that I have for that day right now, we got the Sixers against the Celtics. We got the Toronto/Tampa Raptors against Miami. And then the Mavs and the Bucks. That should be an interesting one. And then we're playing the Clippers. The Lakers-Clippers, which will be cool because we got Harrell. It'll be very interesting to see how they approach that game. What do you think about those matchups?
I think those are, like, great matchups that people would like to watch, especially the Lakers and Clippers game, because one is Battle of LA, and then, like, two, like you said, we got Montrezl Harrell on our side now. Like, he's coming from the basement to, like, play for our team. So I think that's going to be I think the Clippers are going to take that game real personally, only because they lost Montrezl Harrell to free agency to us. So I think that's going to be a great game. And then, like, the Bucks and Mavs, that's going to be a great matchup as well. Like, you're talking about Giannis going up against Doncic, Luka, and Luka almost beat the Clippers all by himself, but, you know, Porzingis was hurt, and they gave Clippers a run for their money. So I think those matchups are going to be great. And you said Miami's playing the Celtics?
Miami is taking on the Toronto-Tampa Raptors, and then you got
Raptors.
The beast of the East, the Sixers and the Celtics.
Oh, that's going to be good too. Sixers and Celtics. You know, I feel like the Sixers and Celtics are going to be that low-key rivalry because, like, I feel like those two teams don't like each other. If you really notice, Joel Embiid does not like Marcus Smart.
And you got Dwight there now too. So,
and you got Dwight there too. So with Joel Embiid, so those are like those two.
And Butler, you want to talk about a 3-headed monster?
Oh, Butler! Oh, man.
Yeah,
those are 3-headed monsters right there that you're gonna have to deal with throughout the season. But
wait, Butler.
No, he plays for the Heat.
Miami, right? Okay, that's
he plays for the Miami Heat.
Okay, that was.
It would have been dope if he still stays in Philadelphia.
Can you imagine?
Can you imagine him and Joel Embiid? If Joel Embiid could be in great shape, it could be that 1-2 punch.
Oh my God!
Right there. That would be dope.
This whole season is going to be crazy. It's going to be exciting. And it's like we talked about last week, it's just coming fast, bro. Like way too fast, but in a good way. Like, I'm excited, but it's like, damn, we just had this, like
they just ended their season, and now it's like they're coming back real quick.
it's crazy.
So like I think because it's coming back so quickly, like there's gonna be like a lot of load management, like LeBron James is gonna be sitting down some games, Anthony Davis is gonna be sitting down some games. So it's gonna be up to our other players, like our bench especially, to like, just bring a victory, when they play against certain teams. So this season is going to be real interesting. That's all I got to say about that.
Yeah. Oh, we got G back. We're gonna cut.
Sorry, fellas.
You're
My
good.
phone
You're
died.
good. You're good. You're good. All right. So we were just talking about the preseason matchups. I'll get your input, and then we'll probably cut off. December 11th, we got Mavs and Bucks, Sixers and Celtics, Raptors and Miami, and then the Lakers are playing the Clippers on December 11th. Did we lose him again? You're fired.
No, he probably get frozen. Hey,
you there? All right, he's out. All right. Anyway, also Marco Bollinelli heading back to Italy. So, do you think that's COVID related, or you think he just got a better deal, or what are we talking here?
I think it's pretty much COVID related. I mean, like if he wants to get a better deal, like he's not going to go to his country to play. Like even though he's going to get paid over there, like you get paid more when you're playing in the NBA because the NBA is like the mecca of the global world that we live in today. So I mean, kudos to him, like playing for his own country, trying to play safe in his own country. I'm not sure what the cases are in Italy, but
yeah,
I mean,
I think it was horrible there first, and then it came over here.
They came over here. Okay.
No, I mean the disease. It was horrible in Europe.
Oh yeah.
And it's chucking over here. So.
Yeah, I mean, and our case is rising too.
No, dude, we're purple now. It's nuts. So I mean, in a nutshell, sports in general, just this weekend alone is freaking crazy. So we'll see what next week brings. We'll have the result from the Tyson fight. We'll have some more soccer updates. Obviously, some more basketball deals will probably go down. More college upsets, and the playoffs are coming for college football. So we got to keep an ear out for that. Obviously, baseball gets insane during December. We get a lot of crazy MLB deals that go down, so we'll keep an ear out for that. The Steeler watch is still on. 10-0. Will they be 11-0? We'll keep our ear out on soccer playoffs. What else? Yeah, I mean, it's off season for most sports right now. So it's all about wheels and deals right now. So that's what we're waiting on. That's what we're going to keep our eyes on for next week. Again, next week, 12:30 will be All Sports Media presents Triple B 2.0 episode number 3. And we'll see what happens and where we go with that. And it should be a good time. So just want to say thank you to our dude GA plus Asensio down there, even though he keeps dying in and out. But thank you, G, for all your input. Appreciate it so much. George, same to you. Thank you so much for all your input, all your stories.
No problem.
You guys save my butt all the time, and I appreciate it. With the things going on in life right now, everybody, please be safe out there. Wear a mask. Be with your family, though, right now, especially during the holidays. Cherish the time you have, and always remember, whether you're trying to score in life or climb the ladder of success, always reach for the title.